everybody and welcome to my channel. My name is Sarah Turca and today what I'm going to be showing you guys is 3 heatless hairstyles. This is perfect for 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th day hair, however long you go. Today I have 5th day hair, so what I'm going to be doing is applying dry shampoo and brushing it out. I've not done anything to this. This is just my bed head, so that is the first step that we're going to do, and then we can go ahead and continue on to the 3 heatless hairstyles. I'm going to go ahead and shake up my dry shampoo and then apply it just to the top and the front area of my hair. What I love about dry shampoo is not only does it sop up any of that excess oil that you have, but it also gives your hair some texture and volume as well. So I'm going to let that dry shampoo do its thing for about 2 minutes. I don't want to go in and immediately start brushing through because it hasn't had time to really sop up that oil yet. So I do like to leave it for a few minutes before I mess with it, and I do recommend you doing that as well. You may see better results if you are not seeing the results you want out of your dry shampoo. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and brush through my hair, starting at the bottom and working my way up just to make sure there are no tangles. Like I said, this is 5th day hair, and I left it for the first 3 days just my natural hair. And then yesterday on the 4th day I did have to run some errands, so I flat ironed it. Just so it looked a little bit more presentable, so I just slept on it, and this is what I am working with. You just want to make sure you have your part where you want it, and then we can go ahead and move on to the first hairstyle. I'm going to start out from the easiest to the most difficult. So the first hairstyle is going to be super simple. Take some hair, and I will either pin it back just like this, or if you want to add a little bit more detail, what I like to do is take some hair and just twist it back like this. You want to make sure wherever you're pinning your hair, whether it's a braid, twist, ponytail, anything, you want to go in the direction that you're going to be pinning it. If I were to take this hair and twist it forward like this and then go back and do it, you're going to create a bubble there. So keep that in mind. So I'm going to be taking that hair, kind of going in a backwards motion because that is where I'm going to be pinning it, twisting all the way to the bottom, putting it back here, and then I'm just going to be bobby pinning it right in the back. And then if you want to loosen it, I just like to gently tug at the hair. And when I say gentle, I definitely mean gentle. You don't want to completely pull out what you just did. And then I'm going to do the exact same thing on the other side. Once you have done your twist, what you want to go ahead and do is just do a simple ponytail. I'm going to be using a clear elastic for this. I think it helps make my ponytail look a little bit perkier and not so saggy, so I'm going to be flipping around to show you guys what I do. I want to cover this as much as possible, so I'm going to be bringing a ponytail up like this. Once you have that, you can see it's a little bit saggy, so I'm going to take the opposite sides and start to pull. This is going to lift the ponytail up and make it a little bit tighter with more body. And I just do this until I like how it's looking. And this part's optional, but what I like to do to hide the elastic on my ponytail is take a small piece of hair like this and wrap it around that elastic. And then you just want to bobby pin it into place. I'm just going to be pulling out a few pieces around the face. And this is the first finished hairstyle. Hairstyle, I'm going to be taking out the ponytail but leaving the 2 twists, so that is what I'm going to be doing right now. Now that we have taken out the ponytail from that first style, it's time to move on to the second hairstyle. What I'm going to be doing is taking this section here and splitting it in half, and then taking the front section and braiding it. It's just a 3-strand braid. If you don't know how to braid, I'll be quickly going over that, but that is what I'm going to be doing. And with this hair in general, I am going to be braiding this way. So what I'm going to be doing is actually taking my hands backwards and braiding so that when I put it back here, it crosses over those bobby pins and hides them. I'm going to go ahead and toss the rest of that hair to the back since we're not going to be doing anything with that, and get started. So now that I've gotten some of that done in the back, what you want to do is literally just split your hair into 3, and then what you want to do is cross one under the center, so then that becomes the new middle, and then you want to take the other side, cross it over the center, and then that becomes the new middle. So you just want to keep flipping back and forth from side to side, like this, taking this side, crossing it under this side, and then this side, and that is all you do, and then just continue that down. Taking it to about where those bobby pins were on this side. So I'm just going to be taking an elastic and tying that off. I'm going to be gentle, but I am going to take it onto this side just because it's going to be easier, and I'm going to pull down that elastic just a little bit to give us some wiggle room. And what I'm going to be doing is pancaking the braid. So this, you're just going to go in and start to loosen it a little bit. This is going to make the braid look fuller and your hair look thicker. And I recommend doing this. It makes it look not so tight and precise. And I'm going to be holding the bottom and going on each side and pulling out some of those outer pieces to make it look even fuller. Is the braid. I'm just going to be crossing it over and trying my best to cover those bobby pins just by feeling. If you have a mirror, it does make it easier. And then I'm just going to be bobby pinning that into place on this side over here. I'm going to be taking one bobby pin and taking that braid in the back and just sort of lifting it up, putting it in, and just sort of wiggling it in there just to secure it into place right there in the center. Then we're going to take that elastic out and pull a little bit of hair out on this side, but not too much, just enough to sort of frame this side and just give it a little bit of something. Now what I'm going to be doing is a ponytail, but you still want to make sure that you are covering the bobby pin. So I'm going to be flipping around so you guys can see it a little bit better while I explain. I want to take this hair here and sort of lift it up like that to cover those bobby pins. I'm going to take the rest of this hair and put it up high like that. And then use a clear elastic to make a ponytail. Want to do is lift it so it's more up in here. So I'm going to be taking separate sides and pulling. Then I'm going to go ahead and pull out just a little bit on this side. And that is the second hairstyle finished. I let all of my hair out and I'm going to be starting fresh. And like I said before, this last hairstyle is a little bit more difficult, but once you practice, it is quite easy. First thing I want to do is start my ponytail. So I'm going to be taking my wet brush and just starting to brush my hair back into place as if I were to put in a ponytail. Once I've gotten most of it back, I do like to use my fingers for the rest. So what I'm going to be doing is basically seeing where I want my ponytail to be, so positioning it. And I do like my ponytail to be pretty high because I like to be able to see it from the front when I'm looking in the mirror, so it doesn't look like I'm bald. Now that it's about where I want it to be, what I'm going to be doing is taking out sections. So I'm going to be doing braids. So what I want to do is see where I want the braids to be. So I want one on the side here. So I'm just going to be randomly taking out a chunk of hair to braid on that side, coming on this side here and doing the same thing. I'm also going to be doing one right here, so I'm going to be taking out a section there as well. Completely crazy, what you want to do is take what's left in that ponytail and just tie it off with an elastic. Back section first, so I'm going to be taking my two sides and just bringing them forward so it stays out of the way. I'm going to be doing a 3-strand braid, and you want to make sure it's going in the direction that your hair is going. Go about an inch above where your ponytail is, just so you have some room to work with. I'm just going to be tying that off with a clear elastic for now. I'm going to go ahead and pancake the braids. I'm going to slide that elastic a little bit up and start to loosen the braid up and pull out the sides just like we did with that second hairstyle. Redoing this ponytail, so I know it looks messy, but just try to ignore that. I promise it's going to come together. You want to do the same thing with the two braids on the sides, just going in the direction that the ponytail is going and doing a normal 3-strand braid. Now that we have all 3 braids done, I'm going to be redoing this ponytail, and I want to make sure I'm getting it as smooth as possible, so going around and just finger combing everything just to smooth it out so there are no bubbles. Now I'm just going to be gathering those braids, so just placing them where I want them and adding them into the ponytail. And then once I do have them, I am going to be going in and thickening it up and rearranging it, but for now I'm just going to be going ahead and putting a ponytail around that. You can go ahead and let those other elastics out that were keeping the braids together. And the same thing with the other ponytail that we did in the second hairstyle. You just want to grab it from opposite ends and lift it as high as you want it. And like I said, I do want to widen these a little bit more, so I'm just going to go in and gently pancake them. And I was not using a mirror, I was using the viewfinder, which is probably about 4 feet away. So if you are doing this in a mirror, it's probably going to look a little bit neater, but I hope you guys get a okay idea. Again, I'm just going to be taking a piece of hair from the underneath section and wrapping that around my pony. Is the third hairstyle finished. You guys today. I hope this video was helpful, and if you try out any of these hairstyles, let me know in the comment section below and tell me how it turned out for you. Like I said, I didn't have a mirror, so I hope you guys got a decent idea of how these hairstyles are supposed to look. When I am doing them in front of a mirror, I definitely do a better job, but I hope you guys still got a pretty good idea. If you are new to my channel, welcome. I do hope you stick around and subscribe, and for my viewers that have been with me for a while, thank you for sticking around. I do greatly appreciate all of you. I hope you all have an awesome day, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye, everybody.